Are you curious about how YouTube works as a business? In this video, I'm giving you a candid look at how I did in my first year of business, both from the woodworking side of things as well as the content creator side. Welcome back to the Woodshop. If you're new here, my name's Brett. Let me share a little background into how I even started this venture. Toward the end of 2021, I was considering changing careers and becoming an electrician. For half of my life, I've been a registered nurse, and for the last 18 years, I've been working for the same pediatric home care company. Most people, when they think about nurses, picture them working in a hospital, but home care is quite a bit different than hospital nursing when it comes to insurance and reimbursement. The pay rates for home care are quite a bit lower than hospital nursing, and I personally haven't gotten a pay increase in 9 years. I know. That sucks. So the only way that I can affect my income is by working overtime, which I do a lot, almost every week. And I'm getting a little burned out with doing all that. I hope my boss isn't watching this video. He might be saying, well, Brett, why don't you go back to hospital nursing then? Well, I might do that, except that my skin can't handle it. While I was working in the hospital, I developed eczema on my hands from all the hand washing and glove wearing. So if I were to go back into the acute care setting, again, I'd have to be washing my hands a lot and wearing gloves, and my skin just wouldn't be able to handle it. That's why I went into home care in the first place. I know that's not why you clicked on this video, and if you're still with me, I promise I'm going somewhere with this. Like I said, I was looking into going into the trades as an electrician. The one big drawback of that is that I would have taken a massive pay cut while I apprenticed and worked my way up into the profession. I figured it would have taken me about 4 years to get back to my current level of income as a nurse. And then for Christmas of 2021, I got a new laptop and a light bulb went on in my head. Hey, I could turn my passion for woodworking into a side hustle that could someday replace or even surpass my income. And I could share my journey on YouTube while I build my business on the side. And it might still take me that same 4 years to build it back up to my current income, but I wouldn't have to take a pay cut to do it. I could still keep on working overtime while I build my business on the side. So I jumped right in and made my first video. Remember this one? Hi, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Brett and welcome to my woodshop. I posted that video on New Year's Eve 2021. And then I proceeded to blast it out to my entire phone contact list, wishing everybody a Happy New Year and inviting them to watch my first video. I don't necessarily recommend that method of promotion for a number of reasons. Some people thought I was spamming them, and I kind of was. Other friends and family members were more supportive, but almost none of them were my target audience. I've learned since then that the YouTube algorithm does a really good job of finding the people that are interested in watching the kind of videos that I make without much help from me. So let's get back into woodworking and YouTube as a side business. How did it go in 2022? Well, thanks to a realtor friend of mine, I scored 2 pretty good sized jobs, and that got some income coming in. My first customer wanted me to install 4 accent walls. 2 were board and batten and 1 was wainscot, and then their 4th wall was their fireplace, where they wanted me to replace their existing mantle with a rustic barn beam, and then install shiplap above the mantle, and then 4 floating shelves on either side of the shiplap that matched the barn beam mantle. Estimating the cost of the materials was not that hard, but I had never bid my time before, so I had no earthly idea how long all this was going to take. The amount of hours that I used for an estimate for the whole job for all 4 projects was 50 hours. So as you can imagine, my price was pretty low. I bid the job at just over $5,000, which the customers were happy to pay. I also made some videos as I was making the barn beam mantle and the floating shelves, and I've got an info card up here that links to those videos in case you're interested. It ended up taking me about 3.5 months of my spare time, and thankfully the customers were really understanding and flexible with all that. I ended up making a profit of about $2,600, so about half, and that was before I set aside money for tithing and income tax. The amount of money I made per hour wasn't very good, but it was still money in my pocket, and I learned a lot while doing it. And then I took some of those profits and reinvested and got a new camera and lighting equipment, sound equipment to make my videos better. I'm realizing I can't put on a bandsaw blade and talk at the same time. For my second job, I installed wainscot in an entryway and then shiplap in another corner of the customer's house. During that first job, I kept track of how long everything was taking, so when I bid this second job, I did much better at estimating time and materials. My top line income for those two jobs combined was just over $10,000, and my profit was in the neighborhood of $5,900. Again, that's before tithing and taxes. I also acquired some tools in order to complete those jobs, so I can continue to use those in my shop. Thank you, Mary, for those opportunities. I finished that second job in the middle of August, and around that same time I saw a video by Matthew Peach where he made these cornhole boards where the target hole spins on a motor that's mounted underneath. I thought they were pretty cool, so I got busy acquiring materials so I could make a couple sets, and I was really hustling to try to get a couple sets done before going to the campground for Labor Day. Unfortunately, there wasn't quite enough time to finish a set before the holiday weekend, so afterwards I came home, I finished them up, and then I shot a teaser video with the intent of later doing a full build video on how to make these. Let me know in the comments if you still want me to make that video. I still have all the stuff to make a second set. I thought this was going to be a pretty hot item. I mean, they're really cool, right? But I haven't found my market for these yet, so I haven't sold a set of rotating cornhole boards. In October and November, I turned my attention toward making stuff for Christmas. I did my first craft fair in the beginning of December, and I sold a couple of those spiral Christmas trees, and then I sold a few more to friends and family members and a couple on Facebook Marketplace. Altogether, I sold 9 of those spiral Christmas trees and brought in $755 top line. It was enough to put me in profit, and I still have a bunch of cedar boards that I can use for making outdoor furniture. So on the woodworking side, I'm not exactly killing it, and the same is true for YouTube. It took me 3 months to get my first 100 subscribers. It took an additional 3.5 months to get to 300 subscribers. In 2022, I made 29 videos, which I think isn't too bad for my first year. You may or may not be aware that YouTube pays content creators like myself to run ads on their videos through what is called the YouTube Partner Program. But as a new YouTuber, you have to reach a certain threshold of both subscribers and watch time in order to apply, and that's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time within the last 365 days. I'm not there yet. As of the date of recording this video, my channel has 707 subscribers and 3,425 hours of watch time. So we're getting close, but I didn't make it there in my first year. Advertising is only one of many ways that YouTubers can make money. Another way is through affiliate programs. If you're not familiar with affiliate program, it's when a company like Amazon, for example, pays a commission to gain a customer to their website. So when a viewer like you scrolls down in the description and clicks on a link, that link takes them over to Amazon where they can do their shopping. When they make a purchase, Amazon pays a small commission to the person who provided the link, which has tracking information that shows where the customer came from. Making purchases this way doesn't cost the buyer anything extra than if they had gone directly to Amazon and did their shopping. It's just a way for Amazon to say thank you for sending us a customer. In 2022, I made, are you ready for this? $30.94 in affiliate commissions from Amazon. But I won't even actually receive that money until my commissions have reached $100. From Taylor Tools, I made a whopping 84 cents. There are several other ways for YouTubers to make money, such as selling merchandise or info products, brand deals and sponsorships, to name a few. But I don't have any of those deals yet because my channel's still so small. But as my channel grows, those deals will come. I have actually been contacted by a few companies expressing an interest in partnering with me, but their product wasn't a fit for my audience, so I passed. There are other ways of making income as a YouTuber, like channel memberships and sharing sites like Patreon, but I don't have any of those yet either. These may not be very impressive numbers, especially when you compare it to some of the other makers in my niche. But I'm not at all discouraged by my meager beginnings. I celebrate the small wins. The good news is that people are watching my videos, and some of them click on the links and make purchases. So it's working. YouTube isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, and it certainly isn't passive income. It's a lot of work producing videos. I understand that it's going to take some time, and there's a huge learning curve when it comes to making good videos that people actually want to watch. But as long as I keep producing content that brings value to you, my audience, my channel will continue to grow, and the money will eventually come. Lord willing, the end of 2023 will look a lot different than the end of 2022. Thanks for sticking with me to the end of this video. If you want to support my channel, you can do that by giving this video a thumbs up and sharing it with someone that you know. And if you're not currently a subscriber, like 95% of my viewers aren't, then would you consider subscribing? Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Until next time, my friend, be safe and love each other.